Learn to love yourself and never hide the scars. There's been damage done, but the
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video of Unicorn Hobo. You're probably wondering, like, wait a minute, you're wearing the same exact thing as the other video. This is my friend Wandy. He has come to cast a spell on you guys because of what I'm going to talk about first. So what this video is actually going to be about, it is going to be about people who struggle through some issues in life. And if you're going through depression, you know, it's more common for it to start at a young age. It's fine. You're not the only person in the world. Life is hard. But life is nothing without you actually living. If you have a life, you have the will to breathe. You have the will to feel things. You have the will to do anything that humanity was given the capabilities to do. The spell I'm going to cast on you is courage. If you're still alive, that's the most courageous thing you could ever do. If you're thinking about killing yourself, it is a serious matter. That means you have reached to the highest limit. But what I want you to think about while you're feeling that way is, what have you gone through to get to that point? Some people don't like thinking about like what they went through in life because it's too depressing and it makes them get into an emotional state where they don't want to feel that pain even more. That's the thing. People need to realize things that happen in their life. For very long, my parents never knew about my depression. I began feeling depressed when I was, I'll say about like 6 years old. And for me, it was really emotional growing up. When I hit 7th grade, I had like really, really low self-esteem. And I just thought, like, as my body developed, it wasn't developing as much as the girls were. Like, they had bigger boobs and they were like skinnier than I was. I was like a massive tomboy who didn't really care what they looked like. And I didn't wear any makeup. Girls started wearing makeup at my age, like 5th grade. And I was still like, why are you guys wearing makeup? It's so sticky and gross. Like, why? When 7th grade hit is when I got bullied. Bullied started in 7th grade. That's a downer. No bullying. I hate bullying. It's stupid. The 8th grade hit, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ignore this. I don't want to have anything to do with it. You're done. I'm done with you. And they kind of stopped. They kind of stopped bullying me because I finally stood up for myself. I was like, you know what? I don't deserve this. Nobody deserves this. You have the right to do this to me. It doesn't. You have no right to do this to me. You think that, you know, by you making me feel so bad about myself to the point where I want to kill myself is the greatest feeling in the world for you? It's not. So stop your shenanigans and leave me alone. And they used to always throw paper at me in the back of my head when I was in class, especially math class. And it got to the point where I got sick and tired of it. And I picked up the paper. I'm like, here, I think you dropped this. And they started laughing like, oh my God, she's such a loser. No, sweetie, I'm not. And I told my teacher like everything. And I was like, please don't tell them that I had said it. And because they're gonna bully me more. Like, please don't. So she was like, yeah, I got you. But because that teacher was close with the bullies because they were popular and stuff like that, she was like, so Alyssa told me. And I was like, oh my God. I was standing outside of the classroom to make sure she wasn't going to say my name, and she said it right in the beginning of the sentence. And I was like, you know what? Maybe teachers, when they say, come report this to me, it doesn't really help. I'm sorry if like you think like that's great advice is to go to your teacher, and if you really have like a close relationship with the teacher, go ahead and do it. But on my like experience, I think handling it your way is better than going off to somebody else to make them handle it for you. Because it makes you develop courage, and it makes you brave, and it makes you feel more positive about yourself. That person actually got to the limit to where she apologized to me because she finally realized what she was doing that was wrong. Finally. She turned the whole school against me by the 8th grade. Nobody wanted to be my friend. Because what they would call me is a fat whore or a pig and stuff like that. They would stop me in the bathrooms and be like, "Oh, is the piggy going to the bathroom?" And they'll just like say things like that and make people join them in. Nobody wanted to be my boyfriend. And if they did, they would tell them things about me. They would say that I was a whore when I really wasn't. I was a virgin. How could you be a whore if you're a virgin? And I never even had my first kiss. Well, never mind. I did have my first kiss, but it was by force. If you call somebody a whore, how do you know that they didn't get raped? How do you know that? Everybody has a different story. If you're thinking about killing yourself, it does get better. I tell you that. If school isn't the greatest thing for you, just hope for the future when you finally get out of school. And you could look back and laugh at them because you didn't allow them to win. You didn't allow them to get to you. Because you are worth it. You are beautiful. Just because you don't look like a certain girl in a magazine doesn't mean you're not beautiful in your own way. You were created in your own beauty, not somebody else's. That is the biggest thing people need to remember. You're beautiful in your way, not in their way. I lost everything. I lost my house. I lost my clothes. I lost my animals. I lost everything in an instant. Before that, I was depressed because I was bullied or depressed about family issues. Life was hard for me. And those are just obstacles you go through to gain more of that strong, courage heart. If you don't go through anything, then you're just gonna be stuck and not be strong and not be more confident about yourself. It's okay. Everything will be okay. Because if you at least have one person that loves you, that is the best thing in your life. And you need to totally appreciate that. If you don't have anybody, I could be that somebody for you. So if you feel you need somebody to talk to, like I said, I'm not just a person on a camera. I could be your friend. I'm a friend to all. So comment down below if you are going through something and you need somebody to talk to. Because I'm probably one of the best people you could talk to. Just saying. Just saying. I really suggest you don't take that road. Because once you do, you can never go back. And when you do, and you look down and you see all the people crying at your funeral, those are the people that you hurt. You're no longer the victim. You became the person that broke people's hearts. So don't think like that. It is a selfish thing. It really is. And it hurts. Because I would never want anybody to kill themselves. I had a friend die from cancer. That was during the time when I was super depressed and I wanted to kill myself. But he made me realize how selfish I was being when I thought that way. Because as every day as he lived, he hoped for a change in his life. He hoped to keep living, no matter what the problem was. He passed away right after he gave me advice. Like a month later after that. he was a good friend and he was a good guy. So my respects go out to him. So I hope you guys think about what you're doing. So, I shall cast a spell on you. After you watch this video, you shall think more about your life. Go in the mirror, tell yourself you're beautiful or you're handsome. Be more confident. Be more confident. Make a change in your life, is what I can tell you. And stay beautiful, be confident. Later, guys. Love you.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. I ain't no size 2, but I can shake it, shake it.